This is a game called The Devil Haunts Me, and it's very fun. In all honesty, I played it a lot, and it was a very enjoyable time, even in my very casual playthrough where I took my time over multiple hours to explore everything. Uh, it is free, so please go support this. Go support this creator on Steam by downloading it completely for free. Thank you. I'll be starting speedrun now, kind of walking you through my process and what I kind of went through to make this more bearable. How we start, I immediately just hold down the stick and I start running. The first part of this that I should have said before is that in my regular playthrough that took me a couple hours, I realized that I could hit multiple trees at once. I use that to my abilities. It still takes up the same amount of energy as chopping 2 trees separately. And then I go up after I have collected 6 wood, since you can only collect 2 at a time. 6 wood, you already have 10 starting in your inventory, so you go back up, and this bridge right here costs 15 wood. Then you sit around for it to build, and you go over here. Another thing is that there is a good amount. I honestly don't know if it is required, but I decided to do it personally, where I went over here and I took this green plant because it gives you 5 extra energy, which really adds up because then you can start chopping more and more trees, and which is in this part extremely important. You grab that gold axe that lets you chop trees more efficiently and gives you larger swings. You can chop more. Once you see that I take out 3 at once right there very easily, then 2 more, and then I am out of energy, so I'm walking back home. This took me a very long time to lab out. I played this game for a couple of hours, but at no point did I consider this to be a speedrunnable game, because it just takes so long, your character's so slow, there's so many third-party attributes you need to deal with. But I found out that a lot of it you can just flat out skip, which is super cool. This guy made a very fun speedrunning game, even if he didn't intend it. It's very fun to just realize, hey, that was completely purposeless. I didn't need to collect wood or get water throughout the entirety of that. I could have just skipped that. Do you see that I lose 5 wood, so I need to go collect some more to make up for that loss? Because whenever you sleep, you use up 5 wood, 4 meat, and 2 water. Over here. So then I take back 4 wood, and I keep collecting until I get, I'm thinking 25. I have an entire MS Paint document telling me exactly what I need. Yes, it is 25. So 25 wood. And I go through and blah blah blah. It's just a lot of business of collecting wood and trying to be as fast as possible. I break 2 trees here without really thinking of it. That was very absent-mindedly. And then I go over here and I build this bridge. Now, there are a lot of bridges in this game that you need extra wood to build, but these 2 are the only ones that are required. It does make it much slower if you don't get them, but in all honesty, I tried it multiple ways, and this seemed to be the fastest, not wasting time to go and collect extra wood for that other bridge, because you just barely, with that energy that you have, get enough to get that wood. Now you go through here. Obviously you could collect meat from these trees. If you've played the game before, you know that. You could collect the meat from those special trees, but you don't need to, because again, no resources required as long as you keep it within 5 days on forgiving mode. Also, I'm very sorry if I broke your ears right there. We go through. I think I lost my way a little bit, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I go up on this bridge. I should have gone up on the next one. I definitely have a note of that for my next run. It's no big deal. You go over here, and boom, sleep in this house, then you can set your spawn point there for future reference. I will admit I messed up pretty bad here. I went out and I grabbed my, or no, apparently I juked my axe. I don't know why I did that. But what I did not realize is that in my findings, the devil does not show up until day 5, and you need him for this specific thing, which also very much sucks. So I go here, and I waste a lot of time trying to make him show up in different ways. I waste a super long time doing that. That it was a massive time waste that I could have entirely avoided if I had just done my research and had it all before me, but I just was not prepared. And so I realized, oh man, I made a mistake, and then I walk back. Wrong way, wrong way, man. Wrong way, possum. Going down. Let me go back to the house. Then I go to sleep. I wasted enough energy. I wasted enough time and energy. Jesus, I wasted a lot of time on that one. And I try to go back to sleep, but again, nope, for some reason you cannot do that. I even tried to leave the house and go back in, but I realized that, hey, you need to waste energy, so smack a tree, go back in. And you use 5 energy smacking that tree, and boom, you are done. Go back out, leave, grab my axe, I think. I don't know why I did that. That was kind of pointless, but regardless. So now in this section, it's a lot of me waiting for the devil to show up. So I guess in that amount of time, I should tell you about other things that I found out. As you know, you can live the entirety of the speedrun without collecting any meat or water. The only thing that will definitely hold you back is wood. And that is a very annoying thing, because every time that you rest and you regain your energy, it definitely takes away some of your it definitely takes away some of your wood. It takes away 5 wood per night, which is a massive pain in the backside, but it is more than worth it to just grab some extra wood while you're out. That's always what I found I should do. And as I'm sitting here, I'm going to go back on this bridge, since I think he only spawns on this island. I'm not very sure. I don't know if he spawns on that one island that connects to it, but I'll find out when I do more research. This was a very hastily labbed out speedrun that I think I'll optimize a lot more in the future. And as you see here, we continue on. And I just decide to sit on this bridge, and I go on Twitter for a bit. And as I'm scrolling through, blah blah blah. I'm sorry for the dead space. This is me trying to do very minimal editing so I can just chuck out this as fast as possible. I'm very sorry. So yeah. And as you hear the music slowly start to tone down, it goes silent, and never mind, it kicks back up again. I am just a massive idiot. No. You see the devil start to come in, and you see me panic so badly that I accidentally pressed the pause button, give him the curveball, completely missed the curveball, and then I go up and I rub against this ice. No matter what, he'll burn that before he burns me. Then you continue, make sure to dodge this fireball, which I don't do at all. I completely fail that. And I continue on. He comes right back after you respawn, but you can kind of keep him a little bit at bay if you just tip-tap inside the salt circle. And I just continually try to juke around him, trying to get him to waste his fireballs while I make my way back to the bridge. And that is a bridge right there that I accidentally melted, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. Let me go up. He hits trees and stuff like that. I didn't even know that he could hit deer until this speedrun. But hey, here we are. We go here. He keeps burning down trees. I have him. I don't think he. Oh, I got hit by a deer there. I didn't even remember that happened. I have him start to melt this ice, so I can get through a little bit easier, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference, because regardless, I'm just going to row against this, and he's going to burn that. I go down, and one big part of the speedrun is the grabbing the key. The key leads into the final house that you need in order to beat the game, and it's where the final boss is and all that kind of stuff. One thing that you might not remember or realize is that when you die holding something, then you wake up again holding it. As you see here, I'm still holding the key, and I walk out, and to the left I stand inside the salt circle for a long time, and I step out for a bit, and there he is again. So I run right back, and I'm not taking my chances with that whatsoever. You're going away, bye bye Satan. And so I stand around and I wait for him to leave, zoom out to make sure he's gone, and I walk away. And I want to say again, this could be very heavily optimized. If I practice it a bit more, it would be much easier, but I want to get this out as fast as possible in case someone just so happens to be thinking about this at the same time as me. Yeah. So we continue on, and we're heading back to the starting area, which is a very long and painful walk. Especially with 0 energy, it's just a big and painful walk. It would definitely speed it up in the regular version if you're just doing a casual playthrough to build that other bridge, but that just wastes way too much time, and it's not very worth it in the end. Especially with collecting wood and wasting time with days, since your days take so long, and walking from house to trees to house to trees, it all takes a very long time, and it's just not worth it. From my findings, I'm sure that somebody more experienced in speedrunning could definitely find some things that would benefit, and maybe, just maybe, make a speedrun with that bridge being built. Here, one very annoying thing that happened to me in my first speedrun, or no, my first just casual run, was that I accidentally walked by the axe and picked it up, so I had to walk all the way back, and I had you can see the fear of God in me as I rub up against the house and trying to avoid it. So we continue on to the right, up the river, or to the left, I guess. Where are you going, buddy? Where am I going? I don't know. Ooh, not getting hit by that deer, I hope. So going right, up the river, we continue on, and I think about grabbing that plant, but I decide, it's not worth it. I don't know why I keep making little small mistakes when I know that it's kind of pointless, but you know what, here we are. So I continue on, I unlock the house, pop in. One weird thing that happened was Satan showed up, and for some reason he just loomed over me and never attacked, which is a super weird glitch. I've never seen that happen before. So yeah, that's just something that happens. He never attacked for the rest of this run, even when I went outside, which I'm not sure he can attack me there or not, but whatever. I go out, I go into this home, I hit the button, I realize that I need the key outside to the left, but I'm like, hey, hold on, I have no stamina, I need to go fix that real quick, and then I go to bed. And this is either the last day or the last 2 days that you can survive, since without any material for 5 days, then you die. So this is either the last day or the last 2 days that I survive. But that's no big deal, because regardless, I am reaching the boss extremely soon. So you continue down this hallway, pressing that button unlocks the door. I'm not going to be pulling the death trick like before, since there's nothing that can really kill me. Even Satan's looming over me, and he can't kill me in that reason, but that's no big deal. I'm sure in the future I'll heavily optimize that and find some way to die and just get sent back to the bed. But for now, we're just going to chop down this tree, grab the key, and start running. And again, you can see the shadow of Satan just kind of looming over me, and he's not attacking. was super weird. And again, so we continue on, and I'm sorry, I have nothing to talk about until we reach the boss fight, which I have a lot to talk about and how much of a pain that was. So we continue on. I don't have to go to sleep since all my health is full. And walk down a long hallway, grab the golden axe, and as you can see, the boss is over here. One weird thing that I discovered about this, which you'll see me mess up with in a bit, is that he swings his axe so it covers around half his body, which is his left half and his front side, which is super weird. So if you ever go up to his left side by accident, you're done. You're minced. And so I had to very much practice this over and over again, and even then you can see that I'm still not very polished in this, and I still need time to think about my strategies. But this is as clean as I could get it after this run, and I wanted to make sure that a pretty decent run, at least like a pretty okay, would stay that way, and I would not waste a ton of time with a bunch of nonsense. And I continued fighting on, and as you can see, boom, I got swiped by the left side of his axe again. I don't get it. It's weird. It's super weird. But here we are. So again, we continue on. I go up and I smack him. I'm pretty sure this is the last and successful attempt. You see, when he runs away, you can just kind of press against his body and continue drilling into him. And he can't run away since also your character has collision. He will run away, but just get stopped ultimately by your character. That happens a couple of times, and it's a very good strategy to get a lot of damage off. I don't know why I just ran into that fucking fire, but whatever. So we smack that. We continue smacking him while he's unable to pass through us. Dodge the next attack. Satan's still looming over us. And as you see, after another couple of hits, I think he's done. Yep, there we go. Alright, and he's done. He crumbles into a little tiny ball, and we get to the end part, which I always forget about. So we continue on down this little road, dodge the tree. We don't need to see the family, so we just head right over. I overshoot it a little bit, but that's no big deal. Again, this is going to be very heavily optimized in the future. And fall asleep. And I'll be honest, I accidentally got way too excited and forgot about the timer and let it roll for a little bit longer than it needed to. So it's 17:43, and that's what I'm going to count it as until I get more confident and I start to optimize it more. And then again, I'll be honest, you can see here, I forgot to not stop the recording on the credits, and I didn't want to not give the guy credit. And so I just clipped this out of another very generic video, and I started to roll. Thank you so much for watching. Please go play The Devil Haunts Me. This was super fun if you're doing a casual playthrough. A speedrun is even more weird and super fun. I honestly recommend that this becomes much bigger because it's very exploitable, if I'm being honest. Thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I might do more stuff in the future like this if this gets like any attention whatsoever. Thank you so much.